Hello there, and welcome to the Quite Drafty Podcast. I'm Pex. This is episode number, I actually don't know, I should have looked that up before I started. Episode number 20!
20!
Yeah. There we go,
Lord.
I know. Wow,
Pex
I can't believe we've got this far.
Let's celebrate.
No, I
Shocking.
cannot. I cannot. Anyway, yes, I'm Pex, and joining me this week, as always, plugged in, it's Jay.
Actually, today I'm going to go by Jill. What you said,
Mashing
as always, Jay,
buttons.
so, you know, why not?
Mashing buttons, it's Ollie.
Okay. Hello.
And
That's the only way I know how to
throwing the
play.
controller against the wall, it's Sef.
I've been inspired by your name and I'd like to go by Abs, please.
I should say,
Or
to
just
keep with the theme
singular
of the pod,
ab.
it's Jil. It has to be a three-letter name, right? So
Yeah, we,
It does,
we
yeah.
are only allowed names that are 3 letters.
Well, it starts
Thankfully, we
with the
do
right
allow
letter.
Irish spellings.
This is such a stupid bit. Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, let's move on. So this week's draft topic was selected by me, and the draft topic is video games from the 2000s for a video games bundle. That means you can pick 5 games today that are going to be packaged and sold together. Metaphorically speaking, we don't have the licenses to any of this shit.
I wish.
But yes, we're selling this as a bundle. When we are talking about 2000s, that is from the 1st of January in the year 2000 up until the 31st of December 2009. They must have been originally released in that period. Are we clear on the rules for this session?
Yes.
we.
2000s, the noughties only. No 2010s. No 1990s, Jay. Doesn't matter if you were playing them in the 2000s. It's released in the 2000s.
Yep, and that is a quick alluding to the group chat from before this episode.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid off now. Dear listeners, we will not be mentioning any James Bond games by the name of GoldenEye. There will be no hat throwing in this episode because the original game was 1999 and the reloaded game was 2010, meaning it is quite literally straddling today's draft.
There'll be no crouching nor slapping at kneecaps.
No, we're not doing any of those things. But something we are doing before we get started is shuffling the names into the correct order. I know that myself and Seth are potentially a little bit worried about where we wind up relative to each other today. So let's decide on how many times we are going to hit the shuffle button today.
I think we should, out of respect for the theme, go for 2,000 button clicks.
Yeah, I think that's only fair.
I'll give you 2 and you'll like it.
I mean, it's 10 years. 10 years, we could do 10.
Yeah, I'm happy with 10. We'll do 10. Yeah. Right, hitting the shuffle button. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was Sef, Pex, J, Ollie. 6, 7, 8. Sef, Pex, Ollie, J. 9, J, Pex, Ollie, Sef. And 10. Sef, Ollie, Pex, J.
How have I gone from first place to last in a click? That's just, just bogus.
Well,
This
we
is rigged.
swapped. Okay, I
Right.
guess that puts me
Excellent.
in pole position here. I have a bit of a conundrum in that I'm trying to think what Pex's theme is before he has picked anything to make sure I can pick something that he wants. So I have a few contenders that I think he might want from the 2000s. And it's tough because I think part of me thinks he's doing a sports game draft. Like he's alluded a little bit behind the scenes. He's being a bit coy about it. But then I think,
It
what
would
games
also
do
be
we
very on
both
brand.
like a lot? So I think I'm going to go with that first gut feeling that he's going for sports. Because my secondary theme this week, I'll just tell you out the gate, is that every game I picked has to have a banging soundtrack. It has to have a soundtrack that should go down in the history books. And so my first pick for game of the 2000s is Wii Sports.
Damn it!
Wii
Nice.
Sports from 2006, 19th of November in North America. It had some other release dates. That's just the first one that Google tells me about.
Yeah,
What a game. And more importantly,
What
what
a
a
game.
soundtrack.
that was on my list.
Well, there you go. It worked. Do you guys have like fond memories of playing Wii Sports? I think it's like one of those games where you could play it with your parents, so they kind of got what was going on.
Yeah. Oh, many good memories, and a lot of memories of being told put the arm strap on, because if you throw the remote through the television, we're not buying a new one. Okay.
I remember loving the bowling, loving the tennis, and being bored by the baseball, which I think is most people's experience of that sport.
Yeah.
No,
let alone on Wii
baseball.
Sports, just
Really?
baseball.
Yeah, I thought baseball was good fun. It was, I think it was golf that I found less interesting.
No, the golf was phenomenal. Who doesn't love a good bit of Wii Sports golf? I think, like, for me, it was Wii Sports was the game that I managed to convince. Well, I didn't even have to convince them; they just went out and bought it. It made my grandparents buy a Wii to have in their house up in Edinburgh. Like we brought the Wii up with us once with Wii Sports, and my grandparents were like, you know what? I think we could get into this gaming thing, and ended up with my granddad playing every iteration of fishing game that was ever released on the Wii from his armchair.
Hell yeah!
Cool
Incredible.
Did you know it's the 20th birthday of Wii Sports on episode 20?
Oh, blimey.
Well,
Was it actually?
Well, I mean, it's the
I
year,
like
I
this.
suppose. Yeah. I thought you meant like down to the day. That would be
Yeah,
nuts.
that would have been incredible. What was the release day you said?
Hold on, let me find the European. Oh, it was released in December of 2006 in Europe,
so we're way
in
off.
Europe.
Okay,
No,
Later
Nice.
this
December
year, you
bit.
can celebrate the 20th anniversary.
Hold on, was it? It was
Right.
released in North America before
Right,
Japan.
well,
That's
with
weird.
Wii Sports firmly planting its foot on the boards, Ollie, what's your first pick?
Fantastic. My first pick is going to be the browser game Fancy Pants, which
Oh my
I
God.
didn't have any consoles. We did have a Wii when we were growing up, but I didn't use it very much. So the only games I had access to were online games in school when I was meant to be doing IT work. And then occasionally when you got told you can go to the anyway, but they didn't have lots of the gaming sites blocked because they didn't know they had to. So Fancy Pants, such a good game. The movement mechanics, so juicy, so much fun to just like play.
I
Ideal.
haven't thought about Fancy Pants in years. What a
Right?
throwback! Were you
Fancy
thinking like
Pants was an
mini clip
excellent game.
games? We were mini clip.
I'm thinking mini clip games. I'm thinking through all of my cool math games, all of my mini clip games, all
getting
the
on
best ones out
Newgrounds and
there.
that. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my
You know what I
goodness!
find really entertaining about what you said about playing it at school is that, you know, kids are going to struggle with maths, English, science, but give them a rule to break and they become super geniuses. Because I remember kids at my school had figured out that back when Google used to have like a themed homepage thing at the time, you could install games as widgets, which would get around the school's game filter. And when that got blocked, they managed to find ways to download Flash games into Excel. So all you had to do was run Excel and it was embedded into the spreadsheet.
Oh
Oh
wow!
my god!
I never ran
That's
them in
amazing.
Excel. That's crazy. I remember we
Yeah, and
used to.
PowerPoint as well. And,
I-
and that was, you could play just about any Flash game. And then they're going into science and going, you know, what's a mitochondria? I don't get it.
Incredible.
See, I remember people going through like proxy sites which were disguised as Wikipedia pages. I remember that, and then I had my own website which I had them all installed as widgets on my website. So I just had my own website to go to play games.
Incredible. I mean, it's a good call. They're not going to block one random site. Hell yeah.
It's genius work.
But yeah, Fancy Pants. I love that little guy.
What a
On
dude.
to my first game of this draft. Seth did allude to the fact that I do like my sports games. This is definitely true. And I kind of thought that Seth might try and block me from this specific one, but I just think this is one of the most fun games from the 2000s. I think banging soundtrack as well. I'm going for SSX Tricky.
For a second, I thought you were going to say SSX3 and we were going to fight. SSX Tricky. I understand why people like it more than 3, but
I am relieved to have got this one on the boards. But to be honest, I was feeling pretty confident about getting this one anyway, because I thought there was a chance you'd go for SSX 3. And the little sub rule I am playing by for this game today is that if someone takes a game in a series that I think is better than the game I would go for, I will not take a game from that game series.
So you wouldn't have taken Tricky if I took 3?
So no, if you took 3, I would have still taken Tricky, but I thought you were going to take Tricky, which would have blocked me from taking 3.
So were we going to have a bit of an arc? See, I reckon if I'd taken 3, I could have rules lawyered you out of picking Tricky by your own little sub-rule.
No, I think that Tricky is a better game, and it's ultimately down to my judgment, like which one I think is the better game.
Yeah,
and Tricky is the best game in the SSX series for me by a country mile.
Your surprisingly flawed judgment. Interesting.
I think we've seen that throughout the podcasts, to be honest.
But can we just take a moment to appreciate the SSX games, because they were peak 2000s energy, like early 2000s energy in a nutshell. They had that like, we want to be cool, like with their slang and like smack talk and questionable
man, if you want peak
stuff
2000s
these days.
energy, I do have a proper pick for you later.
I cannot wait. I
have to admit, Pex, I'm pretty sure the only time I've played any SSX games has been at your place recently. So
I love SSX Tricky. It's such a good game. Like the racing is great, knocking people down is great, the boosts are great, the jumps are great, the tricks are great, and the soundtrack. I mean, It's Tricky by Run DMC is a great song.
Iconic,
and
absolutely.
Basically naming the whole game off of that is
it's great. And when you land a trick or when you get your Uber meter up and the Tricky starts playing, phenomenal.
Perfection. Jay, your first round pick.
I'm kind of enjoying that because we are snake drafting, because we snake draft here, that I get 2 picks now, which means that I don't have to pick a safety pick because I can immediately lock in another one. So because of that, I've reshuffled my order slightly. I'm going to pick my second one first and then round back to what I would have picked for my first round to keep in line with Abs's theme this week. I'm going to go for Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock. When we're thinking games with a soundtrack, like Through the Fire and Flames will forever go down in history as the best Guitar Hero song of all time. Dragon Force have just cemented themselves in history. And I'd love to know if they had any inkling that was where that was going when they signed the deal with the game.
I mean, I don't know how many people actually heard the soundtrack of Guitar Hero over the sound of like the plastic clicking, but
it enhances the music.
It's got a certain rhythmic quality to it.
If you're any good at the game, it has a certain rhythmic quality. If you're not, then
I do love the kind of weird janky parallel here, because I'm pretty sure I may have been the reason that Jay ever played an SSX game, and I'm pretty sure Jay is the reason I've ever played a Guitar Hero game.
I used to absolutely love Guitar Hero 3. Like,
you know what breaks my heart though?
Yeah.
Did you guys know that Guitar Hero, you cannot they don't make them anymore. Any of the guitars out there are all officially a dwindling supply of basically antiques at this point, that once they're gone, they're gone. They're not making any more new Guitar Hero controllers, no new Guitar Hero games. At best, I think maybe they are building some for the arcade machine version. But that's it. Once Guitar Hero's gone, it's gone.
Can't wait to DIY myself a Guitar Hero controller.
Yeah, that's true. That would make it much more fun. But no, why have they stopped? Guitar Hero is great.
No idea.
People just stopped buying it to play at home. I like rhythm games. There's still some rhythm games that people are really into, right? Like there was the Hatsune Miku one.
People got quite into Beat Saber when that was a thing as well.
Yeah, people are into Beat Saber, and there was
Beat Saber is really fun,
which is like the pen tablet one, which I think people play it with a mouse as well. But,
yeah.
And then there's the trombone one. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen clips of that?
I've seen the Game Grumps play that. I think
you have to be a special kind to want to play that game, you know.
You have to maybe be slightly hard of hearing to be able to deal with playing that game.
Well, the first person to get to put a second game into their bundle will be Jay, thanks to the snake draft.
There are no snakes in my second game. There are squirrels. I am proposing for the second round, Conquer Live and Reloaded. Dear listeners, if you have not heard of Conquer Live and Reloaded, I'm not surprised. This is quite a niche game that was from the early Xbox 360, and I think there was even an Xbox, the original Xbox version of this as well. Conquer, to describe the game to our listeners, is a gun game shooter with a little bit like Team Fortress, if Team Fortress were all squirrels, in an era that is somewhat reminiscent of World War One, sort of crossed with Vietnam. And it's just shell-shocked, traumatized squirrels in army outfits with insane blood animations that if you manage to pop a shot off on someone, its full head disappears, spurting blood everywhere. One of the characters can go invisible and has a knife. It's just... actually, it might be Team Fortress before Team Fortress. I might have to Google that. But it was a game my cousin had, and hours of fun were had playing Conquer.
Now, the question is, I'm sure you're thinking this, do remakes count for our list? Because this is a remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day, no?
Is this a remake? I never knew.
I could be
I
right.
wouldn't have known.
Oh, you would have been
Conker's
fine because
Bad Fur
Conker's
Day
Bad Fur Day
didn't-
was 2001 anyway, so it's all good. Forget I said
Oh.
anything. In my head, that's a 90s game.
And besides, the game you've just mentioned is all cute and fuzzy, except for the chainsaw I've just noticed.
Yeah, I
This
think we have to give this one to Jill. I think it's got to be.
Yeah,
That's a solid.
that's fine. It's fine. It slides. I just remember Conker's Bad Fur Day as being like it was a rare game, right? As in,
Does that sunflower have massive titties? What the hell?
well, now I'm
me,
gonna need you to drop something in the group chat. I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah, I will. Give me one sec. What the hell? I've just looked up just images of this, and there is a flower with perhaps the largest titties I've ever seen on a plant, which is a low bar, but still.
Also, Lola bunnies in this game? What?
What the?
Okay, well, I know what I'm getting an emulator for later today.
You gotta see the Lola bunny and the plant with titties.
Oh, believe it or not, I have actually seen that before.
Oh, wow, that is quite something.
Yeah, you don't even need to put in Conker's Bad Fur Day plant with tits. You just need to put Conker's Bad Fur Day, and it's like the 10th image.
What Pokemon
It's
is
right
that?
there.
That's going to be a very cursed Bellsprout.
Leave Bellsprout alone.
We're going to get a letter from Pokemon at this rate, aren't we? Where it's just going to be like, look, guys.
Hey, we have to sneak a reference in every episode. It's like...
Sometimes
more
they
at
catch
this
up.
point.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
Pex, let's hear your
I'm
second
on
sports
to
game.
my second pick on the board. It's quite tricky.
It's very
This one,
complicated.
after SSX tricky. How do you follow a game that good? I am going to go for another game that I really enjoyed the split screen mode on, playing with friends. I've played this with Sef not too long ago as well. I'm going to be taking Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Phenomenal. I keep saying
Nice.
phenomenal, but these are all just bangers. I can't even...
I'm actually slightly hurt this wasn't on my list, and I'm going to go cry about this later. Great choice.
Again, I think it's the best in the Star Wars Battlefront franchise by a mile. It's a superb game. Of course, we're talking the 2005 version, not the nonsense that EA produced since. We're like, what a wonderful game this was. Moss Eisley.
Heroes versus villains.
Yep,
Mode.
heroes versus villains, assaults, Jedi versus Sith. The hours
you
and
also
hours
get to
of fun.
be clone troopers who are best boys, and I love them.
It's
the
really
story
is...
campaign bit where you get to be the clone troopers attacking the temple, so you're against Jedi, is a wildly fun level as well.
I mean, let's point it out here, Pex, just so we're clear. It is the best game to play with a slightly broken PS2 cable, which washes out the screen, so that when you're on Hoth, you can't see anything.
Yes, I may have had a slightly broken cable where it didn't quite get the colour balance right. So when we were playing on the map Hoth, you just couldn't see anything because it was just white on a white background. You could occasionally tell when things were happening because you get like a glimmer of some kind of colour, probably from a shot being fired or from the sound effects, but otherwise you were clueless.
It's one of my prime gaming memories of that time. It's cemented in there, for sure.
I do have a funny story for you on this one. So I had this on the PSP, which meant that, I'd be on the school bus going on a school trip, and me and my friend would be on Mos Eisley, kind of Bluetoothing it to each other, I think, or something like that. But when I first received the game didn't come with any controller instructions, and I was too young to realize that you could go into the settings and find out what all the controls did. So my first ever mission was one of the space battles, and I'm running around the hangar and I couldn't figure out the button to get into the ship. So everything's just exploding out the window. And I'm going, how do I play this game? I don't understand.
I feel like this is the worst game ever. I just watch people take off.
But the thing is when I eventually figured out the button mashing to get into the ship, did I know which button I pressed? No. Was I now in a ship? Yes. Did I know the controls to fly the ship? Not a clue. So you're just shooting out into space.
I love the idea of you button mashing to try and work out how to take off and accidentally getting out and going, how did I get in?
It was chaos. Absolute chaos. And the thing was, I couldn't get past the space battle to get to any of the other stuff. So I had this game for like a week until I could play it.
You were quite literally just being Anakin in The Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Now,
speaking of the space battles with the hangars, though, one of the most satisfyingly stupid things to be able to do is kind of spawn camping by an enemy ship if you get into their hangar, whilst being a clone pilot, because they have the 5-second charge. So you wait for the pilot to get into their ship, drop a charge on it, watch it take off, fly out the window, and then blow up the moment it's outside.
Glorious.
Evil. I love it.
It's so good.
I mean, you could do the same thing as well if you were playing online multiplayer, and if it happened to be your younger brother, who may or may not listen to this pod, he'll have vivid memories of being spawn killed over and over and over again on those ships.
Oh, cruelty.
Right, Ollie, your second round pick.
Ooh, okay, my second round pick is going to be Fireboy and Watergirl in the Forest Temple, which was released in 2009.
Oh, man.
Another
You're
one.
going to be pulling out so many things from the memories here today.
Yeah.
Waiting for the impossible quiz to show up.
You could technically play it 2-player, but more fun to play it single player, trying to control both little friends at the same time and constantly dying because you misjudged which one was which, then jumped it into the wrong one.
So I've not played this game. How does this work? Because I'm seeing that there's a fire sprite and a water sprite, and it looks like it's like a puzzle platformer.
Yeah. So you've got Fireboy and Watergirl, and Watergirl can go in the water puddles and Fireboy can go in the fire puddles, and neither of them can go in the green puddles, and you have to basically figure out it's like a puzzle platformer, and you can control both at the same time. So technically, if you're playing with a friend, you can have one of you on the arrow keys and one of you on the WASD keys. But when you're in IT class, you can't really get away with playing a game with someone else. So it would be just you sitting there going, yippee!
I'm so excited for the rest of your list, Ollie. I can just tell you're going to
all of these are just going to be blasts from the past that are going to be incredible.
Yeah, lots of which are still available now. You can find them again. That's what most of my week has been while I was figuring out this list, was me going, oh, damn, I really like that game. I wonder if it's still around. Oh, it is still around. Wonderful. And then spending more time than I'm willing to admit playing the game.
I'm definitely thinking of a few that might end up on your list. We'll have to save them for honourable mentions, I suppose. My list is going to be a bit all over the place because I did just limit myself to games that I liked that had good soundtracks. And so it's going to jump around a bit. So I'm now going to go back to what I think is the oldest game I can fit in the category, which is the best video game of all time, Final Fantasy IX. It is a love letter to all the Final Fantasies and JRPGs that came before it. It has a phenomenal soundtrack. I love playing the songs on guitar. I play the game maybe once every year, once every 2 years, all the way through, about 40 hours. It is phenomenal. It's why the characters have shown up in the other drafts so far. I love this game, and everyone should play it. And if you are going to play it, get the Steam version and get the Meguri mod, which upscales all the backgrounds, like they've hand-drawn it. Well, they upscaled it and then retouched it. They've updated the character models a little bit, but it all feels very authentic to the original. It's the best way to play it. Would recommend.
I like your pick, but I do think you have a typo there. Didn't you mean Final Fantasy VII? Just you know, just
No, you see, no, I knew exactly what I meant, and also Final Fantasy VII was a 90s game, Jay, which you would know because you really like your games from the 90s.
Actually, I
Final
think I've
Fantasy IX was released in Japan in July of 2000. Actually came to Europe a bit later in February of 2001. Weirdly, not that long before Final Fantasy X came out, which came out in Japan in July of 2001. So, yeah, it didn't have like a long time before the next one. So some people kind of skipped over it, and I think that's a real shame.
If you could have, would you have picked Final Fantasy VII though? You know, just out of curiosity.
No. I would have picked Final Fantasy IX. It is the best Final Fantasy.
Okay.
You seem upset, Jay.
Oh no, to be honest, the fact I'm even arguing about this at all would bring several Final Fantasy fans great pain, because the only reason I know about Final Fantasy VII is having watched the Advent Children movie. Bearing in mind I watched it with no context of the game series at all.
I bet you that made 0 sense. Cool fights, though.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I rewatched it with a friend who's a die-hard Final Fantasy fan, and he paused the film after 5 minutes and went, "You don't get any of this, do you?" And he was physically in pain. I think we turned a 1 hour film into closer to a 3 hour film because he kept pausing it to say, "Okay, so this is who Zach is, and this is what these are all about, and oh, this is an important meeting because this happens in another game," and I'm there like,
Yeah, sure.
This is why I don't watch movies. You have to have everything explained.
Yes, these are the title credits, and the Statue of Liberty really is alive.
Knew it. Called it.
Just trying to imagine watching Shrek with Pex now. I'm like, so this is an ogre, and this song is All Star.
Hey, somebody once told me.
And this is an onion. These are the same thing.
Corporate wants you to tell the difference between these two pictures.
Yeah.
Shrek and
that joke has layers.
Hey.
Right.
I guess because we're snake drafting, I've got to go again. So Final Fantasy No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go for a bit of a off-the-walls one here because I don't think anyone will have picked this, so I could have saved it for later, but I just want to talk about the game. I'm going with De Blob. Did anyone ever play De Blob? It was a game that originally came out on the Wii in 2008. It was later ported to, I think it was on the PS3 as well, but it definitely came to PS4 and Xbox One way later. It's on Steam. It's on Switch now as well. So there's a bit of fandom for it. It is a 3D platformer where you play as a blob who can paint things, and the entire world has had its color drained from it by the evil Inkies, who are dressed up like dictators, which is great. You go around, you jump on buildings, and you color in the buildings to restore the world. It's a really fun game, but the best bit about it for me, the levels are at least half an hour long when you play through them if you're trying to color in every building. And it has this funky soundtrack. It is just gorgeous funk, and every time you color in a building, it'll do record scratches and stuff.
Nice.
And so it's like an interactive soundtrack with how well you're doing at restoring this world to life, to color.
That sounds really fun.
I remember playing it on the Wii and thinking like, this character would be great in Smash Bros. And then thinking, no one is going to play this game. I really wanted it to have a bigger fandom than it did. It never really took off in the way that I'd hoped. But it is a great game, and I would recommend people. There was a sequel as well. The sequel was alright, but play it with motion controls. Play it with the motion controls. It's a bit clunky and a bit janky at times, but damn, is it funky! It's so fun.
Seth, out of curiosity, do you own a PlayStation?
I do.
Do you have a PlayStation VR?
No. Do they have Deblob in VR?
They have a game that is basically the same, and it's called Concrete Genie. Which I don't know the story of Deblob, but Concrete Genie basically follows the same thing. You have to paint your way through like a seaside lighthouse town. There's also all this stuff about like the kid in the game is bullied and it turns out to all be a metaphor for like depression. But there is this really peaceful mode where you can just like free paint in VR, and it's so peaceful.
It is very pretty looking, but also looks quite sad.
That concerningly, Jay, has gone far too hard, but perhaps even more concerningly, is far too modern for this episode.
I also have the downside of like, when you said, do you have a PlayStation?
We gotta go back.
I've got PlayStation 1.
Here. That's why the last one was emo anthems, and now we're doing this.
Let us escape modern reality.
No. Yeah, back to childhood, back to IT class. We're gonna go with Block Wars on like cool math games and stuff, which was when you had a little like cuboid that you would roll around a map and try not to fall off the edge, and you had to try and hit the buttons to win the levels.
What was that called?
Love that game. Block Wars.
It's like the red and black
Block
marbles,
Wars.
like
Rhombus. BLOXORZ. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
And it's just fantastic. And like that was one of the ones that you could bullshit that it's like it's a puzzle game, so I'm using my brain, therefore I should be allowed to play this in class. Because like, you know, some of them, you know, if you've got Fireball and Water Girl, it's like you've got two little people running around that map, that's not educational. But if it's cubes, it's cubes, and therefore it's educational.
You're like, this is geometry. I am doing math.
Cubes are learning.
Cubes mean learning. This looks like it's clever, therefore I'm allowed to be doing this.
I feel like you could use it like an assessment though, because there was always that one kid who could never get past level 1, and you're just sort of sat there biting your lip going, do you need a hand, buddy?
Like maybe your spatial puzzle solving skills are not quite developed yet, mayhaps. But yeah, that apparently released in 2007, so many moons ago.
Another great shout there.
2007
my
was
third
crazy
pick.
year.
You may have also noticed so far I've been harking back to something that I feel like video games just don't do enough, and that's good local multiplayer. And to be honest, Seth has already taken a game that was a classic for good local multiplayer on the Wii. I am going to pick another absolute banger of a classic for multiplayer on the Wii. Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
That was one I was kind of tempted, but I was hoping, because that game has a hell of a soundtrack.
Yep. Incredible soundtrack, superb
phenomenal.
levels. The motion controls are quite fun, even though they're, you know, a mess to a degree, but they are
You don't have to
an
use
enjoyable
them. You can
mess.
use a GameCube controller.
Yeah, you can, but
That's not
let's
as fun,
face
though.
it, it's not as fun, particularly when you're on the sofa and there's 4 of you on a 3-person sofa trying to do the motion controllers and definitely not deliberately bumping into each other as you're doing it.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh no, I just you know, kicked towards your hands because I needed to stretch, not because I was trying to get the controller out of your hand so that you'd crash
you
and
just,
go
like-
off the mushrooms into the void.
I totally wasn't annoyed
Who,
that
me?
you're first.
Did you have those
No, of
little
course not.
plastic wheels that you put the Wiimotes
Oh,
into?
yes.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
like reach over
Love
and
the
grab
plastic
somebody else's
wheels.
wheel and just like wiggle it back and forth? Like,
Yeah. Oh, such fun.
As an elder sibling, though, I did feel like I kind of held the cards in my hand because I was the only one who knew about the starting your engine on the second beep to get a boost. And I was also the only sibling for a while that knew that you could shake the controller to get an extra boost if you went like over a ramp. So everyone was
Yeah,
like, how are you
tricks.
always winning? And it's like, I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
I'm just built different. I'm just better than you.
I'm just imagining Jay just shaking the controller the entire time.
Yeah, both my brother and I had worked that one out. My younger sister had not.
To be fair, I did have a bit of a repeat of this experience as an adult recently because my partner brought her kids over and we played Mario Kart, and it was basically the same thing where her kid looked me dead in the eyes and was like, "You're going down." First time ever playing it, and I was like, "Oh, time to break out the old tricks." You know what, though? It was adorable because he sat there afterwards, put down his controller aside, and he said, "Can you show me how you did that?" And it was the cutest
Aww.
thing. Like, no rage, no jumping to punch me or anything like my siblings would have done. Just resignation, and I would like to learn.
Yeah, I would like to learn because I want to do this to my friends.
And his siblings.
Excellent.
Were you there just to the kid like, do not cite the deep magic to me, witch? I was there when it was written.
Oh,
A reference that ironically they wouldn't get.
Yeah.
oh, that hurts.
Dang.
Yeah.
Jay, third pick.
I've actually shuffled my list and added a few extras. I'm going to have a lot of honorable mentions. This one is actually courtesy of Ollie because, you know, all of these, I played these at school or, you know, kind of the classic PC games. The next one, man, I'm actually between two because there are two classic PC games I could quote right now. I am going to put forward, though, the Scary Maze game because that, to me, was both a hilariously funny game and also broke YouTube as a kid watching people do reaction videos punching through their computer monitors.
Oh no, I actually don't know. Oh, is this the one where like you're going, and then it's
Oh.
like a screaming face?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So for those who've never played the Scary Maze game, go and watch a video on YouTube because the other people's reactions are just way funnier by far. Especially one person who they kind of like screamed, fell off their chair, and then like drop kicked their computer across the room. Which this is early 2000s. You know, these are chunky computers to drop kick across the room.
That's a trip to A&E.
The game is
Broken
you've got a
toes.
tiny little pixel that is you, and you use the arrow keys to navigate this increasingly narrow maze where if you touch the walls, you have to repeat from the beginning. And the very last maze has such a narrow corridor, you're just very gently tapping and leaning closer and closer into the screen to try and avoid even remotely touching the walls. And just as you're in full concentration mode, just a picture of a zombie screaming in your face at full volume. It's fantastic.
Beautiful.
and lucky for
Perfect
you,
one to be there, like to your friends, like, "Hey, I found a really fun game. I think you won't be able to do it. Try doing it." And then you're sitting there watching them, like,
Actually, since this is now elder law, fellow listeners, go and find the game, suggest it to a friend, film their reactions and send it
Do
to us,
it.
because this will just make my day.
"Oh, it'd be so good."
This is going to be such a naff TikTok trend.
You know what? If we're responsible for bringing it back, I want us tagged everywhere, because that would be amazing.
Right, Jay, fourth round?
Fourth round. So let's pitch an idea here. Disney, known for being incredibly stingy with their rights, being incredibly protective of their IP, usually being represented as the bad person, despite how wonderful their movies are. On the other side of the world, in Japan, we have the Final Fantasy crew. And somewhere, someone came up with
I
this
know where you're
wonderful
going.
idea. What if we had a crossover? So they pitched it to Disney, And Disney said yes. My next pick is Kingdom Hearts. The fact that Kingdom Hearts exists and has been going on for as long as it has is quite frankly amazing. And also, actually, back to Abs's epic music theme, everyone who's ever played Kingdom Hearts will know that you have to spend the first 5 minutes just listening to the intro music. You don't play the game. If you've played the game, you've done it wrong. You just feel mellow, at peace, and then eventually hit start game, and it's beautiful. Actually, and then the next song is even better.
You got to get the vibe just right before you start the game.
Yeah, if you do want to understand Kingdom Hearts, because I know it's a very complicated story arc, there is a Brian David Gilbert video that fully breaks down and makes it completely comprehensible how those stories work. So if you are confused or you want to know more, go and check those out.
I mean, something certainly breaks down during that video.
Well, it's so easy. You just have Xehanort, and then you have Xehanort's Heartless and Xehanort's Nobody, who is also Xemnas, who is also young Xehanort.
You don't need to explain it. Brian does a better job.
Brian does a really good job.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is confusing. Just enjoy that you get to run around Disney worlds and beat people up. You know, it's great. It's great with a giant key, nonetheless. In baggy pants.
My biggest concern about the Kingdom Hearts games is that it makes canonically Donald Duck the strongest mage in all of Final Fantasy, because he casts Zeta Flare in a battle, which is like the most powerful spell in all of Final Fantasy. And I'm not sure how to feel about that.
It's canon.
I like it.
Cloud's there, you've got Sephiroth's in there, you know, it's canon.
I didn't know that was the same universe. I thought that they were separate.
Technically.
Donald Duck is canon in Final Fantasy?
In Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a shame that we couldn't draft Donald Duck's appearance, because that's Final Fantasy VII. So
Donald Duck turns up in Final Fantasy VII?
What? No.
I doubt it.
No.
I was about to say. What? Oh no!
But the characters from Final Fantasy VII appear in Kingdom Hearts. With Donald Duck.
So Kingdom Hearts is a separate universe crossover of Disney and Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts as their own characters. Yeah. Okay, cool beans. Because I was about to say, I would love actual Donald Duck to turn up in one of the Final Fantasy games. That would make me so happy.
But Ollie,
picture that in like Final Fantasy 17 or something, just casually pops up. I will lose my shit.
You do, however, get to beat the ever-living shit out of Cloud in the Hercules tournament area before taking on, like, Cerberus.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, you know, Goofy's just like, gosh, while he's, like, getting his buckler out and just, like, smacking him in the face.
Suffer the indignities, Cloud.
It's a good
time.
time.
I'm in such a position for my next pick, because I have...
Don't you dare. I know what you're thinking. Don't you dare. I've been saving it. Don't you dare.
I have so many games that I want to pick, and I only have 2 picks left. Now, I could block Seth with a certain smashing title, but I'm not going to do it. I am going to keep to my games that have local multiplayer theme. The really annoying thing is that there are genuinely 3 games I really want and only 2 places left on my board.
So give one to me. You know,
extend the draft to 6.
Let's just keep it going. Let's just draft 20.
It's a 5-game bundle.
But there's always a bonus game.
Okay, no. I'm going to pick the game I want to pick because I want to have a rant about it. Okay?
Okay.
Good a reason as any. We love it.
So I'm going to pick WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. The reason I am picking this one is because of the fact that it had special guest referee mode, so you could have 2 of your friends fighting whilst you're the referee of the match, and that caused utter chaos. That was always fantastic. However, The reason that I want to talk about the WWE games is because the modern ones are shit. I hate them. They're the most annoying, rubbish crap in the world. Okay, what do you want from a fighting game? You want completely unrealistic action that would absolutely kill people if it was actually going on. You want it to be as fast-paced as possible, as stupid as possible. That is what we are here for. Why are WWE games now real-life simulations? Why?
What?
They are so slow. You have to play like freaking finickety middle game, like mini games to do anything in them. There's a freaking like chain grappling mini game. It's the most boring shit in the world. Why can't they just go back to the arcade days of the SmackDown versus Raw games? Yes, I sound old. Yes, this is a really specific
Yes, we
and
are
stupid
old.
niche, but it was better 20 years ago, and that's my rant.
I'm with you
Why
on
would
games
they
need to go back to having some
that?
more arcadey vibes. So many games have just become Sims, and I just want to feel powerful. Like,
Yeah, like I think genuinely this is one of the worst things to have happened to like sports is the low crappy quality of sports games these days. Like there are a few exceptions, but so many of them are now so slow and boring, and oh my god.
this is the start of our petition for a new SSX game. You can you'll find a link
Yep,
in the show
don't
notes.
slow it down, make it arcadey.
Make it stupider. Make things stupider. Real life is boring. That's why you're playing video
Yeah.
games.
I want to be able to grind rails upwards for no logical reason like you could in SSX Tricky.
While doing like the splits and spinning round. Like,
Yes.
I want my feet to be able to detach from the board and to like, I don't know, do some cartwheels and backflips. Don't worry about the physics. Just let it ride. Just it looks cool. Rule of cool it.
Rule of cool it. Always. That's a good
Right.
one though. One I've not played though, I'm afraid. Also, why is it versus Raw? That's
they
not what I want.
they
please?
had two brands at the time. They were SmackDown and Raw that were the two shows they put on. So they had the SmackDown roster in the game and the Raw roster in the game, and they could fight each other and all sorts.
Okay, understandable. I was just what is Raw about wrestling? I don't want to know. Anyway,
A lot of grappling going on.
that is true. My next throwback game is going to be Kingdom of Loathing, which was released in 2003. Again, it's another one that you can still play now. It's a website, and it's less of the kind of traditional video game, and it's a, you click through your options and like pick up stuff. I know that West of Loathing is a more recent one, but Kingdom of Loathing was the original, and it's so good. Again,
It's like a
just
choose your own adventure game. Like,
Yeah,
choose
kind
your own
of.
adventure book online, kind of.
Yeah, and you pick up items to like help your stats, so that you've got a better chance of succeeding in your roles to get places and do things. And just like it's just so funny. Like the writing style is impeccable and so dumb, and we love it. And that was another one that was like, yes, it looks like I'm doing something sensible because there's words on the screen, but in fact, I'm skiving.
That's how
do
you sneak
think-
it past the teachers. You're like, look, it's got words. It can't possibly be a game.
Don't look at the little
Don't
stick
read
person
them.
in the corner. Yeah, don't read what it's saying. Just it's words.
There is something to be said about stick figure games in the early 2000s in general. There are so many titles we could bring up in this pod, and so many of them are just brilliant.
Yeah,
think
I
we're
could have
gonna have
probably
some
done
good
an
honourable
only stick figure draft quite easily. I just chose not to because Fireboy and Water Girl was my jam. I had to include it. I love those little guys. They're so cute.
Are we saying that Block Orts is technically a stick figure? Because I mean, it's a pillar, right? So it's kind of a stick.
It's kind of a stick.
Yeah.
If,
No,
so,
it's
if you
really-
asked someone to draw a stick figure and they drew a cuboid, you would be a bit confused, I think.
I'd buy it.
Oh yeah, just give it a couple of eyes. You're done. There you go. What
Yeah,
about?
give it cube eyes.
Cuboids. Oh,
Right, Seth, you get to do your fourth and fifth picks because we snake draft here. What
my
are you doing?
fourth and fifth picks. There are so many games I want to choose. I think I'm just going to go with two games I have dedicated unreasonable amounts of time to over the years. So my fourth pick is going to be SSX3. I feel like more so even perhaps than Tricky, it is the snowboarding game of the noughties.
Absolute slander.
It is a refined version of SSX Tricky. It had some open world elements that did not exist and were not thought of for sports games at the time. And if you want a good video to watch that we've mentioned before this podcast, there is a 4-hour lore deep dive into this game. I recently bought, weirdly enough, an Xbox One X on eBay so that I could play this game again, because it was re-released, remastered, and with the backwards compatibility you could play it. I have played so much of this game, and the characters in it are just so flavorful, shall we say. I love Allegra. Allegra will have my heart as the alt girl of the game, as it were. Oh, it's just a great game. I mean, everything you said about SX Tricky applies to SX3. I just think it's a bit more refined. I just think it's...
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, a lot of it may apply to SSX3, but what can I say? SSX3 just feels like a fourth round pick, whereas SSX Tricky just feels like a first round pick. It's a much better game, you know? Anyway,
No,
Seth,
Ouch.
can't be having that slander. Catch me on the slopes. We'll race.
Hey, it's an accurate statement. SSX3 is a fourth round pick.
Only because I had to have the Wii Sports to save it from your list. I could have picked it up way earlier. And then the final one, the game I have probably spent the most time in my life playing, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Is it a fun party game you can play with your friends? Yes, if you haven't taken it seriously for any amount of time, and then it no longer becomes the kind of game your friends want to play with you. We used to have our weekly meetups while we were in uni. Even then, it was an old game at the time, you know, that we were at uni. It was a 2001 release, I think, Melee?
Yeah, it's 2001.
With GameCube. And obviously has a massive competitive scene these days. Following the competitive scene for Smash Bros. Melee is a wild ride. Always a good time. Every now and then a video will come up and I'm like, I should check that out, see what's going on in the competitive scene. And it's always some crazy shit. Every time, 10 times out of 10. I'd say we used to play it weekly from like 7 p.m. till 2 a.m. Every week. A whole bunch of dudes in one person's house, but they had put like 2 or 3 CRTs in every room of the house so that people could play. We were all crammed up in there. It was a great time.
Yeah, I vividly remember Smash House, even though I only went like twice. I think one of them was because you dragged me along, and one of them was because you needed me to help move the CRTs to a venue for some kind of a tournament.
That's what I remember yeah. What can I say? I roped you in. We played a lot of Smash Bros. I feel like we did
play an awful lot of Smash Bros. At our share house in uni as well. And you absolutely bodied me on a regular basis.
It was only fair after the amount of times you'd body me at like FIFA or even Battlefront 2, you know.
You can tell we definitely had our like specialisms of games.
You know, like you got pretty good. You know, you got pretty good. It was a good time.
Chic for the win.
I think I've mostly played Brawl when I was growing up. But is there a difference between Brawl and Melee other than?
Yeah, Brawl was the later release. It had a lot more characters and a lot more stages. Melee was a lot faster paced and was therefore a bit more kind of competitive, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, they introduced things in Brawl specifically to try and discourage the competitive scene. So like one thing that was really controversial.
They do that?
Because Nintendo be doing Nintendo things. They don't want people to play the games in ways other than what they intended. You know, like, what, you want to take our party game seriously? You better not. Here, let me introduce tripping. In Brawl,
do they not like money?
No, they don't. They actively shut down tournaments for Smash Bros. Melee to stop people playing them because they were like, play the new Smash Bros. Games, please. And so they were
That's
shutting down
crazy.
tournaments left, right, and centre. In Brawl, they added a mechanic that just randomly, when you run or dash, sometimes your character just falls over. They added
I
that
remember that, and it used
specifically
to
stop
piss
people
me
playing
off
competitively.
so bad.
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
because the random element made it much harder to have a fair competitive scene.
That is such absolute nonsense.
Isn't it just? But yeah,
That's
Brawl
so
was a lot
boring.
slower, a lot floatier in the air.
Yeah,
was
I
a lot
remember
of, like,
Brawl being
techniques you
very
can't do in
floaty,
Brawl.
whichever character you had. I really liked playing Lucio. I think it was Lucio. What's the blue dog?
Lucario.
Lucario, yeah.
Lucario, that's the one. And they have it's got that like the down button move that just didn't work most of the time. And I never
It's like a
figured out
counter.
why.
Lucario in the totally legit Project M was the one that I used quite a lot to try and combat Sef at Smash Bros, but it was not often successful.
Oh,
Yeah,
Project
I
M was
mostly
a good
liked it because
time.
you got stronger as you got more hurt, and I would routinely get the shit beaten out of me, so I would then become more powerful and be like, yay! I'm not losing anymore, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll still regularly
good
boot up Melee, even just to mess around on my own, just like moving the characters around in fun ways. It just feels good to play. That's what it comes down to.
hell yeah, can't go wrong with
Right,
that.
Ollie, your final round pick.
Oh, I've got so many options. I'm
in the same boat.
And I'm not going to go for the one that's probably everybody would expect me to go for, because I didn't actually play it that often. What I did instead play, because what's wrong with me, was Dwarf Fortress, the ASCII game, which was released in 2006, and is almost unreadable. When you're looking at it, you're like, what the hell is going on? But you can figure it out.
my
I
God.
believe in you. Nobody can tell that it's a game if they don't know what the hell is happening on screen.
I can
But yes,
kind of
I'm-
see what's going on.
I was really bad at this game. Please do not mistake me. I was very, very bad at this game, but I did enjoy it nonetheless. And just having a little colony of dwarves to look after and try and build fortifications for, who would then routinely get massacred by one of the many things that can kill your little friends in this game, was just good fun.
Can we just point out that this does not look like a game that came out in the noughties? This looks so much older.
Yeah, like, this was from the dawn of computer times. No, this was more recent than you think. I did have to look it up because I was there just like, I really like that game, but I don't think it was from the noughties because it doesn't feel like it should have been from the noughties. And I looked it up and it was like, yeah, 2006. I'm okay. This came out, like, after so many, like,
Of the picks that
far
we've done
more
today.
sophisticated games. Yeah, like these 3D console games with all of these beautiful graphics, and Dwarf Fortress in the corner is just like, I'm made of ASCII, I'm just made of symbols, read me if you dare.
Oh,
Yeah.
There
that's,
seems to be like a
another
lot of
great
different
pick.
versions of this, because they've re-released it and stuff over time. But just
Yeah,
looking at some of the original stuff, though, it's like they changed the color of different symbols to try and make it look like different kinds of grass and hills and stuff.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to look at. It's kind of pretty in its own weird way.
it's its own beautiful art. But yeah, and there's
Abstract
more
art.
recent versions of it. Not necessarily specifically Dwarf Fortress, but like that style of game of like, you've got a little colony of people who have some stuff going on. Keep them alive. I believe in you. And yeah, just good fun.
Awesome. So, on to my fifth and final pick. I'm once again in this position where I feel incredibly torn. You will have noticed my themes kind of running on throughout this. I've gone for the ones that I think are the best in those individual series as I've gone. But the other one is the other rant that I really feel like I am on kind of perpetually about video games, which is why games industry, why you do local multiplayer much anymore. I like local multiplayer. I want to be able to play games sat next to someone, dicking about, having a bit of fun. Okay? A game that I have played actually quite recently with a few people where we have just been sat on the couch, fucking about, having quite a lot of fun. I think Jay may have experienced this with me recently as well. I am picking Burnout 3 Takedown.
Experience
Such
is being a bit
game.
generous there, Pex. We cried, we bled, we damn near rage quit.
Oh, come on. The thing is, the games that make you rage quit like that are some of the best fucking games. I love that shit.
I think I needed drops for my eyes with the lack of blinking from deep concentration.
Burnout 3 Takedown is a racing game where you can like crash into other cars and flip them off the map, and you get speed boosts for doing so. And Jay and I spent ages trying to complete one challenge to unlock another map or a car or something. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a time trial thing we were doing, wasn't it? That just
it was a race the ghost car.
Yes.
And you hit that one bit of traffic where if you so much as clip a single car in this busy freeway, the entire round is ruined and you have to start again. And this other car is literally acing the AI botness of it to the pixel that unless you smack it at every opportunity, it's going to have a perfect run regardless of how many cars are in the way.
And also it has a fantastic like crash out challenge thing where you're supposed to ram your car into as many cars as possible to create the biggest cash amount of damage possible, causing as big a pile up as possible, and that is a fantastic game mode as well. And the reason why I think this is kind of the perfect embodiment of the 2000s is, yes, the soundtrack is an amazingly 2000s soundtrack. I think there's some Avril Lavigne on there and that kind of stuff as well. But my goodness, the announcer they got for this game is the most 2000s radio host bullshit you can ever. It's like, hey guys, it's your boy Jimmy here, and we're going out to the lakes here today to do some car crashing. So let's smash up those good times.
I feel like
okay,
it
great.
shares that with SSX3, that is well renowned for DJ Atomica introducing all the tracks.
It
was a certain genre of the time, wasn't it? To have that radio station.
It was such a of its time. Like I have such a long list of honorable mentions to go through in a minute, so I won't go too much longer on this. But I feel so good about my local multiplayer board. Jay,
it is a really good local multiplayer board.
It is.
I also have a surprisingly long list of honorable mentions that have come up during the course of today's episode. I'm going to need help from everybody to pick my final pick. I've narrowed it down to 3 types of classic 2000s games, and we're gonna vote this one down. The choices are an MMORPG, because we've not really done much that are like big online games. A game that is known for its cheat codes, and a game that is known for its Easter eggs.
The question is, can we guess what the games are?
So I feel like MMORPG, there's a few, but I think the kind of most world-renowned, well-known one is World of Warcraft, which was 2004.
Not the one I was going to pick.
I reckon he's thinking RuneScape.
It could be RuneScape.
Okay, we're scratching off RuneScape. That's officially an honorable mention. So we are down to cheat codes or Easter eggs. And
is the cheat codes going to be...
What's going to be an honourable for me? So
was the cheat codes one a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 or 4 Underground?
That's an honourable mention. I love the cheat codes in Tony Hawk, but that's not the pick. Are we leaning towards cheat codes?
I kind of
Would the Easter eggs one be Portal?
No, but great game.
Is a cheat codes one going to be one of the Sims games that came out in the 2000s?
Also no.
Oh,
no Motherload here. Okay, interesting. Is it going to be Age of Empires?
We're going cheat codes. My final pick for this draft is none other than Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which is also surprisingly split screen.
Yeah.
But I went to like my local newsagents, and there was that was weird. My computer did funny things there for a second, but I had a physical printed booklet that when you open the book, each page had a cheat code with a description of what the code did, and it was printed.
That's so weird.
What?
When did this happen?
It used to be a huge thing. You could go and get cheat code booklets for all sorts of different games, including like Tony Hawk and other similar titles. And instead of looking it up online, you'd go and you'd buy for like £1.50 this little pamphlet of cheat codes you could play in your games.
Incredible.
I don't know, maybe I was already terminally online looking at like game FAQs, but like I found all the cheats online.
One of the really fun ones with that actually was the Incredibles video game. That had some absolutely phenomenal cheat codes. But there's something about jumping off of a building and rapidly punching in keys into your controller to spawn a jetpack or a parachute before you hit the ground. And if you're somebody with sticky fingers, if you don't do it in time, you splat. And that's just fantastic.
Incredible.
It's a good pick.
That is a really solid pick. Just a good game as well.
I think this makes it time for us to start going through honourable mentions.
Oh, there are so many.
Who would like to kick off the honourable mention section of this, which might take a while?
I'll kick off with a couple. Okay, so I mean, I'll go through the ones that I had written down that I didn't get to. Metroid Prime, phenomenal. Just excellent first-person shooter Metroidvania, I guess. Literally the name Metroid, right? Soundtrack also amazing on that game. I had Wind Waker. I was kind of surprised that we didn't have any Zelda games on any of our boards, but I guess clearly Legend of Zelda is just not that iconic.
I've got Twilight Princess as an honourable mention. It was going to
get lynched.
But no, like the soundtrack in Wind Waker is great. Like Dragon Roost Island is such a good track. It like lives rent free in my brain. The Pokemon games, we didn't mention any Pokemon games. We didn't go
Pokemon games
Fire Red,
online.
Leaf Green. We didn't go Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Ruby
I
was
almost
on my
picked
list.
Emerald purely for like Little Root Town. The tune on that is just brilliant. Great games. Can't really give them anything other than praise. Too Much Water, 7.8 out of 10. Mario Galaxy.
Mario Galaxy's on my list.
Just on my list.
Possibly my favourite Mario game of all time, actually. It's a bit of a rogue pick. People like Sunshine or they like Odyssey these days. But Galaxy was so good. And the observatory theme in that is amazing. And there's the movie coming out. And then I was going to mention a couple of MMOs. Obviously, RuneScape. I think I learnt how to use Excel by playing RuneScape. I distinctly remember sitting and making a spreadsheet to figure out what the least number of clicks to make a certain amount of money is in RuneScape to optimize my time before all the online calculators did that for you. And then Club Penguin, because how could you not?
Club Penguin.
Some great shouts in there.
Yeah, Club Penguin also on my list. I thought about picking it, but I never played it that much.
So those were the ones I really wanted to pick. But Ollie, once you started naming Flash games, I had a few that came to mind. One was Kitten Cannon. Does anyone remember Kitten Cannon? You fired a kitten out of a cannon. It was just like you just press for the angle and you press for the power, and then you launch a kitten out of a cannon. It like bounces on trampolines or lands on spikes and is impaled and there's blood everywhere. So we would try and play that in school.
Yeah, well, on the Flash games, the Henry Stickmin Breaking the Bank, that one came out in 2008, the classic.
Oh, speaking of stick games, though, did you ever play Stick RPG?
Yeah, that's also on my list.
Down. Yeah. What a game!
GTA on Flash, let's go.
GTA Flash Stickman. Yeah.
Jay alluded to it, I think, before the episode, but FIFA Street was on my list.
And so it should have been.
Yeah, it's a great game with a superb soundtrack, and the commentator for it is also just wonderful. And then there are two games that I picked based on BBC television shows. So I had Robot Wars Arenas of Destruction.
Wait. Are you going to say Bamzuki?
I'm not going to say Bamzuki. I did think about it, but I'm going to pick something way worse. The other one I'm going to reference is called Fightbox.
I haven't heard of this.
I did tell you about this once before, Seth, but it clearly didn't land because it's such a niche show. It was a terrible show that for some reason really tickled me when I watched it on probably BBC Three back in the day. And it did release as a PlayStation game, and I did buy and play the PlayStation game.
Oh my goodness, no, I played this. I had this on PS2. Oh my god, this is unlocking memories. What the hell? I'd forgotten this existed.
This is such a dumb game, but I loved Fightbox so much.
Oh my
Beautiful.
goodness. Oh.
But no, other games on my potentially on the list that didn't make it were because they weren't Flash games. Lego Star Wars came out in 2007. Yeah. What a classic. Sam & Max Save the World, which if anybody's played a Sam & Max game, mwah, incredible. So fucking funny.
I did have Zelda Twilight Princess on my list. I'm bringing it up even though we've just mentioned Zelda because it was the first game where I felt like swinging a remote when you see the sword swinging that it was the closest to VR of its time, and it just amazed me as a kid. Anybody ever hear of Shrek Super Party? Think Mario Party, but your Shrek characters. Me and my cousins and my siblings played the shit out of this game. It was phenomenal and included game modes like throwing chickens at each other, collecting bugs, running away from the dragon. Like Shrek Super Party is peak PlayStation. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 was on the list. I would have had Pro Skater, but that's pre-2000s. Sonic Heroes. Abs. What are we doing here about soundtracks? Sonic Heroes is the quintessential best soundtrack for a 2000s game. Ollie, for the PC games, you inspired me to remember Pocket Tanks, which I'll be re-downloading shortly.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like shooting a crazy Ivan.
Can I just quickly, on Sonic Heroes, we could have had Shadow the Hedgehog, which was... What a game with Shadow the Hedgehog.
Just also, the Sonic franchise.
For local multiplayer packs.
Speaking of our lists, we should probably wrap them up so that you at home can vote on our Spotify poll for who you think did the best job. So, first to present to you their game bundle is Sef or Abs.
The weird bundle that I have ended up with, it's not cohesive, but they are all great and they all have great soundtracks. We've got Wii Sports, Final Fantasy IX, The Blob, SSX3, and Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Ollie!
We've got all Flash games on browser, so Fancy Pants, Fireboy and Water Girl, The Forest Temple, Block Saws, Kingdom of Loathing, and Dwarf Fortress.
And for my PEX local multiplayer bundle, we have SSX Tricky, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Mario Kart Wii, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, and Burnout 3 Takedown. Jill or Jay?
Finishing up, we've got Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock, Conquer Live and Reloaded, The Scary Maze Game, Kingdom Hearts, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
So you can, of course, vote for your favourite on the Spotify poll. Now we need to set up next week's draft, which I believe has been selected for us by Ollie.
It has indeed. So, next week, I wish for a selection of horror movie monsters.
Oh, God.
Horror movie monsters. Excellent. I want some creatures in chat, please and thank you.
So Pex doesn't watch movies and I don't touch horror, so this is going to be fun time.
I want you to go on vibes alone.
I'm going to have to do some Googling.
We're going to do some deep research on this one.
Thanks very much.
We're counting kids' horror, right? Because I can find the most cute and cuddly horror characters you've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be horror of some variety. If that's going to be a Goosebumps equivalent of a movie, then go for it.
I can think of things that are horrifying, and I'm hoping that will be enough.
Well, we've got that stuff to look forward to wonderfully. So thank you very much for listening to this week's episode of the Quite Drafty Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a comment. Tell us about any games that we should have included from the 2000s, like, subscribe, follow, whatever that stuff is. And if you didn't enjoy this week's episode, please go to your nearest esports competition and shout about how much you hate us and how games are better today because you get to play more slowly and everything's a sim and everything's got loot boxes. You know,
gambling for children.
We'll play League of Legends, be one of those people. We won't judge.
Anyway, thank you for listening. Have a good week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I've got FIFA 2001, FIFA 2002, FIFA 2003, 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, because all of them released in the year before. So the 2010 one released in 2009. And
the fact
so
you've
on
not
going
mentioned
backwards.
FIFA Streets is just disgusting. I'm putting that out there now. That was
I
the
mean,
best
I
FIFA.
was going to keep that one to myself, Jax.
It's fine, we're not recording.
We
Scratch
haven't
that
even
one.
started.
We are recording,
We're
Jax.
recording.
We
We're
can
not in
beat
the
that.
episode, though.
We're not in the draft yet, but we all know that Pex is going for some sort of sports game draft. Like, come on now.
It's gotta be.
It's going to be Football Manager 2, like every yearly release of Football Manager.
I mean,
exists.
okay, like I'm offended by your lack of knowledge, because for most of the 2000s it was referred to as Championship Manager. It
Okay,
only
my
rebranded
bad.
to Football Manager in the late 2000s, and LMA was the better game back at the time.
This is all going over my head, guys.
I don't know what LMA is. I don't know any of these
LMA
games.
was
when
the
did Command
rival
and
to
Conquer
Football
come
Manager until Codemasters cancelled it in 2007.
When did Red Alert come out? 1996.
It's weird to be in a group of people and to feel like a nerd because I like sport.
You're just a
Yes.
jock. You're not a real nerd.
I'm a sport
Jock
nerd.
Pex.
Jock Pex. He even named himself after muscles. Like, come on. Just for this episode, I'm going by Bicep. Thanks.